Hi guys, I just wanted to share something with you as a community, as we're the church community at the moment. I mean, we are obviously encouraged by what we're doing in the city at this time, serving some of the hardest up and some of the people who are most vulnerable with food poverty and other issues going on for them. But I also had this idea that we could do something else as well, or some of us can. And I would say that not everyone will be able to do this. And some of us are really struggling at the moment, financially and economically. And in many ways, that's why I'm recording this, to help those kind of people, but also to recognise that not all of us are at that place yet. And we may never even be at that place. So I had this idea, and it was, I guess it was a desire in my heart and a battle that I wanted to win in my own heart, which is this. At this moment in time, I have the opportunity to unleash on the world around me love, kindness, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness and things like that. And no matter what other legislation the government need to bring in these days, I know this, they will never create a law against those kind of things. And so I have an opportunity, and it is summed up like this. I do not want to profit while others around me are suffering loss. I do not want to profit while others around me are suffering loss. So what does that look like? Well, it just got me thinking, could I, for example, and these are just examples, but could I potentially still give the money to the driving instructor that was going to teach my son his lessons? Could I still pay the window cleaner? Could I take the money that I might have spent on coffee this month and use it for the good of someone else who is suffering at this moment economically? And a particularly practical example for me this time, which really got me thinking, was I'm going to work from home for the next few weeks. So my petrol costs and fuel costs are going to be lowered considerably. Well, could I set that money aside and use that in some way economically, that I don't, as it were, profit, but rather I use it to help those who are suffering around me in a way that is really practical? And of course, if we're not able to be generous with pounds at this particular time, then maybe we could just be kind and generous with a generosity of spirit and be kind. And it's heartening to go into supermarkets and see people thank those who are working in supermarkets or other areas of the logistics chain at the moment, which previously we may not have been so grateful for. So that's just one thought I had. You know, in these days, there's a line in all our lives. And along that line are 4 different markers, and they are selflessness, and then there is self-interest, self-preservation, and then there is selfishness. And all of us will need to draw those markers on that line somewhere. And I know for all of us it will be different. We'll all have different circumstances. But I just wanted to share with you that one principle, to let's see how it sits with you, that I shall not profit while others around me are suffering loss.